Hi Leos, welcome and welcome back. Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Or perhaps this is your North Node / Rahu. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And if it doesn't, don't force the message. Hopefully the next reading will resonate for you, as well as other placements in your chart also. Please check those readings out as well. Also, if you're drawn to the title of a message, maybe there's something there for you as well. So don't just limit yourself to the sign, but open yourself up to the title or the message. If you're drawn towards it for whatever reason, maybe it's for you. Cross watchers, of course, as per usual, you're also welcome here. Just please be mindful and respectful for those this reading is intended for. Other than that, let's get into this Leo reading. And after this Leo reading, I will be offering a few personals. I had one inquiry that in my DMs earlier this morning, so I'm going to offer that. That's definitely on the table. Okay, and of course it's first come, first serve, right? So, all right, so I'm going to dive into this Leo reading. Let's see what is going on for my Leos. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with an angel. Okay, what angels are connecting with you? Let's see how this plays out for my Leos. I don't know if you've been praying a lot, or you've been talking to your guides and your spiritual teachers, your gurus, for some kind of counsel. Could be. I feel like some of you here are in need of some guidance, maybe some answers, direction. Let's see what's going on here for my Leos, or those just, again, resonating in this energy. Okay. So what came out here was the Seven of Pentacles, the lovely God, Nehemiah. I'm probably butchering that. I'm going to look up the pronunciation in the booklet here in a minute, but it says discernment, general prosperity, the deliverance of prisoners. So yeah, I kind of feel like you're searching for answers. It's like you're looking for the light in the dark. Maybe you're not sure what you're doing. Or maybe you know where to go, but not sure how to get there. Maybe you're in need of some kind of direction. And with a Seven of Pentacles, you may be reassessing on your investments here. Where was your time spent? Are you happy with this? Also, I also feel you may be looking at generational karma as well. Maybe looking at trends in your family line or in your bloodline, seeing, what did my parents do, my grandparents, so on and so forth. And is there anything here that I need to transform so I can make this better for my future kin and for myself, hopefully, as well. Because I kind of feel here that you're aware things may have not just been working out, not necessarily because of bad luck, but maybe just because there's certain habits or characteristics or trends that are happening within your family, just because it's something that was learned. Maybe it was learned behavior, maybe it was a lifestyle, right? And you're like, I just don't know if I want to go down that path. I kind of want to find my own path. So that could very much be, resonating for you at this time. Okay, so I kind of want to see how you feel using the Prism Oracle deck here. Kind of see, how do you feel about past and where you're headed. How do you feel about your past? This past situation here, what you're leaving behind. Okay, so I'm just going to pull one card. Isolation. Okay. And let's see. What are you seeking, actually? How do you feel about what you're seeking? Okay. Again, one card here. Peace. Look at this gray here. I don't know, maybe gray, this lightish gray. Maybe it's your favorite color, or you're, again, just feeling like you're in a gray area right now. May you feel like you're in between worlds. There is this overall feeling of uncertainty. But with isolation, that's coming up for how you felt about your past. You know, you felt lonely. You know, I feel like that's pretty simple. You felt lonely. Maybe you felt alone in the world, feeling like you didn't really belong. For some of you, you may have well been like an orphan, or you may have not had very close family members just in general. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is more of like emotional loneliness, feeling as if you didn't really connect with those loved ones around you emotionally. You may have loved them, but you know, you didn't really feel that depth within the connection. And again, I feel like you're stepping out on your own, and you're looking for peace. You're looking for inner peace. Because again, right now, maybe you may be feeling fear of the unknown, and you're looking for answers that can bring you that inner peace, right? You want to feel that things are certain. Looking maybe if this is attainable. So again, you may be asking teachers, gurus, counselors, people that you respect or admire, for a sense of direction here. Or maybe even, you know, reading books or listening to podcasts, maybe, depending on, you know, what you're really into and how best you absorb information. Okay, I'm going to roll some astro dice here for you. Let's see what else is going on here for those in this energy. Oh, okay. We have Scorpio. Of course, that's over there by isolation. We have Venus. And we have the 12th house. Yes, 12th house. Your spirituality, your gurus, and Scorpio over here. This is, you know, kind of like in your hole, underground, feeling like you don't really fit in, feeling as if you've been misunderstood, and you're going out into the world and you're seeking some kind of transformation, right? This transformational story. With this Venus energy here, again, this is you looking for peace, for love, for connections, for harmonious connections specifically. And, you know, kind of like the better things in life. You're coming from a dark place, that scorpionic energy, right? You're coming from that dark place filled with these difficult emotions that you have to face in your life. And you want to go out and you're like, you know what? I don't want to feel this way forever. I want to meet people. I want to be connected to people. Part of possibly like a community. Seek out answers. You know, also this represents pleasure as well, right? For Venus. This is, I want to live, laugh, and love. Essentially, and I feel like that's kind of what you're looking for. Also, there also is a concern with money. I feel for a lot of you here as well, just kind of looking at maybe what's in your bank account and thinking, am I happy with this? Am I happy with my job? Am I happy with how I'm making my job? You know, or how I'm making my money. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. But I don't know, there's just so many questions that I feel like a lot of you are having that are in this energy. And again, you're seeking answers. But with the 12th house here, it's more like, I don't know, you're seeking like some kind of higher answers though. Because there's an understanding here in some way that this is not going to fulfill you forever. That everything on this planet is temporary. And once, you know, our soul passes on, we take nothing but in some ways, the memories and spirit that we've shared with those that we've connected and loved, you know? But how do I feel about this? I don't know. I almost feel as if you feel like this is out of reach, though, for you. I'm also now being drawn towards this angel aura quartz. Okay, so again, like maybe somebody here specifically likes to connect with angels. Doesn't have to be. But at the beginning of the reading, I felt first drawn to start with pulling from my angel deck here instead of starting out with my crystals, which I've been doing recently at least. But I feel like you have a curious mind. And I think it's fitting that we also have this child here in this depiction. Because I feel like, for one, children are innately curious creatures, you know. They absorb stimuli like a sponge. And I feel like right now you're very open to absorbing different sources of higher learning, of higher sources of information. And so again, I feel like you have a very curious and open and flexible mind at this time. I feel like you're leaving behind again a very rigid, maybe mindset, maybe which one was filled with lack, maybe also from family as well, you know, generations past maybe have been in sort of lack mentality, and you're kind of turning this around and looking into the light, and you're like, I don't know, we live in a different day and age. A lot of things are possible now that, you know, that weren't before, for example. And so yeah, I think you're being more of like an opportunist at this time. How else do I feel here as well? Yeah, that's really what I feel. You also may find yourself taking classes or meditating more. You know, like, oh, how do I connect with my guides? How do I do that? How do I discover who they are, what their personalities are like, how they communicate with me, what signs to look for? Okay. So I'm going to go into the tarot now. I'm going to set these aside, actually, so I have enough room over here. I'm actually going to use this deck over here. I love this deck. It's like a grunge themed deck, and I think it's really dope. Okay. Oh. That I also heard that may speak to some of my misfits out here. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe you're kind of like into grunge, or it's the spirit of grunge, you know? Feeling like you're kind of like an outcast. You're very peculiar, never have quite fit in. Okay. Alright. What's going on for those in this Leo energy, spirit? What's going to happen here in the near future? Okay. So we have this Four of Cups in the reverse. I'll take it in the reverse. I feel like you're overthinking. You're overthinking way too much to where, like, I can't even find a consensus. Okay. For here, what's going to be happening here, Spirit, in the near future in this situation? There's a lot going on here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. Let's see what we have going on here. So first of all, with the Six of Pentacles, I do feel like you're hoping for some kind of recognition, though. So it's like you want to reach something more, something maybe undiscovered. Maybe you want to do something no one has ever done before. So in some ways, like maybe the ego is kind of getting in the way a little bit here. The Chariot. I'm going to push this to the side over here. So just to recap, let's see if are these all in frame. What we have here. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups in reverse, and we have the Chariot. And I feel like using my selenite, like little wand here, or pointer. Okay. Okay. So, with the Knight of Swords, you yearned to express yourself. Maybe you also kind of picture yourself on stage as well. You may see yourself as a performer. Okay. But I almost feel like the image I'm getting is someone singing by themselves in their room. That may not be literal, okay? But kind of what I'm getting from this here is you want an audience, or you wish you can kind of be up on stage, or you wish that you could showcase who you really are and what you yearn to express to the world. But for whatever reason, you limit yourself or you restrict yourself from doing this. Knight of Wands, maybe it's because you feel like you're needing some practice. For some of you here, I've heard out of practice. So maybe it's been a while since, you picked up your instruments or whatever it is that you're passionate about or that you love to do, and you can't quite compete, let's say, on the level that you want to and get the recognition that maybe you're hoping for, that or that you would like to get. The Hanged Man in reverse is here because I feel like you're very much in conflict with, again, what you really want in your life. It's like you don't know what to focus on. This energy kind of reminds me of, obviously I'm not going to limit this to just specific ages. It could be, anyone could be at this part in their life, but I know a lot of people that are going through this, let's say, that are in their mid-20s. Their mid-20s or, even maybe late 20s, early 30s. Some people mid-30s, but this energy just reminds me of the confusion of kind of like a quarter-life crisis. To where, like, you're not that young anymore. You're still really young, right? Your mid-20s, you're still really young. You still have a lot ahead of you. But from a mid-20-year-old perspective, or somebody in their mid-20s, in their perspective, they might think of themselves as, I'm not as young as I used to be. I didn't do college, or college just wasn't for me. And now I'm stuck at this job where, let's say I work at a restaurant and I don't really get paid that much. Maybe I make the most in my tips, but if it's a bad night, then it's a bad night for me. You know, I just don't make that much. And also, like, I don't really care about my jobs. It's just a job to me. And so, like, maybe questioning your life decisions up to this point and what you really want your life to look like moving forward. Do you continue to want to be at this job and maybe grow within the company, you know, to where at the very least you could get paid more, and at least you have like your experience, and hopefully you've somewhat mastered your craft in some way. You kind of know the system a little bit better because maybe you've been here for some years. Or do you want to do something different and turn a whole new leaf and invest more in your passion here? Or do something that you're more interested in general. It's like you don't really know. It's like this whole adulting thing is just so confusing. Let's see. 4 of Cups in reverse here also. For those of you that are single, there may also be confusion here with your options that you're being presented with at this time as well. Maybe, you know, at this point in time, you're like, I don't know, it's like everyone around me doesn't really live up to my expectations, or they're all just duds, or they're losers, you know? And it's just, you're just maybe really frustrated with the options that are presented with you at this time. And the Chariot. And this makes you maybe just, like, maybe this makes you want to be single. You're like, you know what? Maybe I'll just stay single. Maybe that's just better for me. I'm tired with being at war with where I'm headed in life, what I'm doing in life, who I'm dating in life. It's just, man, I would like something to go right in my life for once. And with the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is like, you know, for once, like, I just want to feel good about myself, get some recognition, feel like that positive reinforcement makes me feel like I'm actually going somewhere, you know, that I'm actually achieving that 6 energy here, balance and harmony, which definitely reminds me of that peace energy here, right? Also with a Chariot card, somebody here could also be really into like psychedelics. I don't know if I'm legally able to really say that, but you know, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe you're interested in the idea of psychedelics, or like you just like that feeling of being free. Maybe, you know, you're kind of like, you want to free your spirit, but maybe you're not as free as you'd like to be, you know. I don't know, that's just a message here for somebody as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull a Moonology Oracle here and see what's coming for you in the near future. What's coming for those in this energy in the near future, Spirit? Oh, I'm hearing liberation. So, moksha, liberation. But in this case, I feel like it's, how do I put that? I don't feel like you're outright quitting your job for most of you, right? It's not like you're going to be like, oh, well, F this, I'm going to go live my life and, you know, for instance, like, travel the world and live in my car. You know, it's like for most of you, or go hitchhiking or something like that. Like for most of you, it's not the case. I feel like for the majority of you, it's more like, I need a vacation, so I'm gonna go on a little trip. I'm hearing the song, what is it called? I hear it in my head, but if I attempt to sing it, it's gonna come out wrong. Something, free my soul, I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. That song, I don't know if you know that song, but that song is definitely coming up here for me. So yeah, I just feel like you kind of just want to get away, and so you may be planning on some kind of trip, or you're hoping that you can take a trip in the near future, you know, or maybe you're going to take a break. Like, for those of you that don't really have that much invested in the job that you're currently at, maybe you're like, you know what, I'm just going to live off my savings for a little bit, and then I'm going to go back to work when, you know, when I feel like I'm running low on funds. You know, I don't know, whatever works, I guess. Let's see, Spirit, what's coming in the near future for this energy? We have, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. And you know, this kind of also reminds me of, when I look at this card, I also see the Fool card, you know, and so I feel like this is kind of like taking a leap of faith into like some kind of new beginning here, and also acting on your desires, acting on your impulse here, I feel like, as well. Kind of like this F it energy. Like, F it, I'm just gonna do it. And you know, I think it's just because you've felt confined for such a long period of time, you know. You feel, at least, right? For everyone it's going to be different, but I feel like you just felt so confined for such a long time and felt like you were just living in the Matrix. And you're just like, oh man, I'm tired of this. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, we have conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So yeah, for those of you that have been searching for clarity or some kind of breakthrough here, answers, I feel like it's gonna come, but I feel like this break in some ways is timely and much needed for you. Yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. So alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you resonated or liked this reading, please like and maybe hit the follow button and join the Soul Fam. And maybe even subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Soup for the Soul Tarot. You can find the link in my bio. And hopefully you know, choose to subscribe, and if not, you can check out other readings that I've done on there as well. I posted all the lives I've done, for the most part, on my channel that you may have missed live, so you could always rewatch it there. I have not yet posted the Cancerian reading. I will do that tonight. May take some time for it to actually upload, but I will actually get to it tonight, so for those that have been wanting to rewatch it or have been wondering. So, alright guys, let's see. I was wondering if Kayla was on here. I know she DM'd me this morning asking when I would be on, because I know she was interested in asking like a question, so I was just wondering if she was here in the chat tonight. Okay. Before I move on to any other questions, I just wanted to prioritize her. So, but I don't think I see her here. So, I am going to answer 1 or 2 questions for free. If you do want a more in-depth read, or if you want a tip, or if you want a guaranteed reading, of course, you can donate through my Cash App or Venmo, which you could, again, find through my link tree, which is in my bio. Okay. All right. So let's see who we have here. T, is my husband happy with the other woman? Okay. I don't know if you're still in here, T, but if you are, please hit the like button. Let me know. For T, Spirit. T, are you still in the building? If not, I'll probably move on. And I see Jay's question. Am I going to get a job offer in the US this year? For whatever reason, my guides really want me to do your question, so I will. I feel like using a different deck though. Okay. Since I didn't hear back from T, I'm not going to do her reading. I didn't see that she was in the chat. She probably left. Oh well. Okay, for Jay's. Is Jay going to get a job offer in the US this year? Ooh. Spirit and guides. Will Jay get a job offer in the US this year, Spirit? What do you see for Jay in terms of his concern and this job offer? Oh, okay. Wow, we have the Sun card. We have the Three of Wands. Wow, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So yeah, I definitely see that, you know, you're definitely trying to change your life here. Change your life and kind of looking at the land. I wanted to wait till I saw my live go green. Okay, there we go. It's green now. Okay, sorry. I was getting a phone call. I'm so sorry. I don't know how long that was ringing. But with the Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers in reverse, I really feel as if something in the past really did not work out. Another phone call there as well. Something in the past didn't really work out, I feel. And so I feel like you're hoping that this is going to be a really good brand new beginning for you to turn a new leaf in your book. I feel honestly that these are really positive cards. I mean, we have the Three of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Sun. And so, yeah, I feel like the land of opportunity is going to welcome you. I feel like if you stay persistent with something like this, you are going to get a job offer. I feel that it's actually in your favor. Okay, I actually feel that this is in your favor. Of course, situations can always, you know, change. We're working with different timelines as well, but I feel like this is something that's really in your favor. I am going to roll Astro Dice here and see what Spirit thinks about this job opportunity, or will you get a job opportunity in the US this year? Okay, so we have Venus. We have the 10th house. Wow, and we have Pisces energy. Okay, yeah. For one, Pisces, this is also long distance travel as well. So, and then we have the Venus card here, wealth, 10th house here, career. I feel like these are really positive things. So I feel like it's safe to say that you are going to get a job opportunity at some point. Now, how long that's going to take, I don't know. But I do feel like with the Three of Wands, this is actually going to come in maybe sooner rather than later. I do feel like you're going to get some kind of blessing here, to be honest. Okay. This is going to be a great brand new beginning for you. You're welcome, love. Best of luck to you. Okay, one more free question and that's it, y'all. One more question. Who has one more question for me? No one? If not, I guess I'm gonna end the live and I will see you guys tomorrow, but I'll give it another minute here. Okay, I don't see any other questions that are being dropped in the comments, so I'm gonna assume everyone else is good and everyone else is just watching. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next live. Alright, bye. Have a good night. Or morning, I guess, depending on where you live.